Alright, let's talk about properties of parallelograms. So, start with the parallelogram. Pretend that it's actually a parallelogram. One of the properties is that opposite angles are congruent. And there's a reason they're congruent. It's because any two angles, consecutive angles, are supplementary. So those two would be supplementary, and then those two would be supplementary. And based on the transitive property, we know we can interchange those angles. And if you think about it, if I took that angle with the two lines up there and I brought it up here, you see it would then become supplementary. Kind of getting a little messy there, but you get the idea. So opposite angles are congruent on a parallelogram. Alright, so let's use what we just learned about consecutive angles. So we know those two angles are consecutive, so they have to equal 180. So if I add them up, 8x plus 2x plus 25, that has to equal 180. Combine my like terms, that would be 10x plus 25 equals 180. Subtract the 25. I'd get 10x equals 155. Divide by the 10, I get x equals 15 and a half. Now to find those angle measures, I got to put them into those equations. So I'm going to do 8 times 15 and a half. So 8 times a half would be 4, and then 8 times 15 would be 120, so that would be 124 degrees for that angle right there. To do the other one, I do 2 times 15 and a half plus 25. 2 times 15 and a half would be 31 plus 25 would be 56 degrees. So the smaller angle, or the acute angle, is 56 degrees. Alright, another property of parallelograms is if you draw on these diagonals, they bisect each other. That means this has to equal this, and this line has to equal this line. So we can use that property to figure out how long those lines are. So let's put in some values here and figure this out. So let's say this line we said was 2x plus 8, and this was 4x minus 2. And then my y, let's say that's y plus 5, and let's say that's 2y minus, 3. So what you do is just set those equal to each other. So 2x plus 8 equals 4x minus 2. Solve that, subtract 2x. You get 2x, add the 2, we get 10. So 2x equals 10, so x equals 5. Now you have to put that into one of those equations to solve for the length of that line. So I'm going to put the 5 into the 2x plus 8, so that's going to be 2 times 5 plus 8. So 2 times 5 is 10, plus 8 would be 18. And then do the same thing for the y's, so that would be y plus 5 equals 2y minus 3. So subtract the y, I'd end up with y, add the 3, so I get y equals 8. Again, you have to put that into the equation. I'm going to use the y plus 5, so that would be 8 plus 5, which equals 13. So the length of those lines are 13 and 18.